The next topic I'm going to talk about is paying your employees. You must pay minimum wage. So, and every state is different. Kentucky and the federal minimum wage is $7.25. There are a few states out there that are up to $10 starting in 2020. So you must pay that minimum wage, and if anyone comes and does an audit, again, that Labor Department walking in and does an audit, you got a problem. Then there's the FICA rules, Federal Insurance Contribution Act of 1935. This goes way back. This is related to Social Security. So you must deduct 6.2% for Social Security and 1.45% for Medicare, for a total of 7.65% for each employee, and send that money to the federal government. Your payroll services or your bookkeeper, and Marla could explain how you do that. So even if you have one employee, you have to make sure you are paying that money into the federal government for them. And even if they're part-time employees, you have to pay the FICA information. So that applies for everybody. So make sure your payroll person knows this. A large company will have a whole payroll system. There are outsourcing payrolls, or you can have a bookkeeper who does that. A lot of them do that. So I always recommend they have someone do it. I don't have any employees. I have all contractors, but because I know what it costs to have employees. But I tell anyone, even if you have one employee, have someone do that for you, because the laws just keep changing. You really want someone to watch that for you. And then the last law that I'm listing that's on your list is the Equal Pay Act of 1963 and the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act of 2007. And simply said, it means that people in the same position, women or men, should be paid the same salary range. So you can't pay a woman less than a man if they're doing the same job. And you can't pay a younger person less than an older person if they're doing the same job, or vice versa. But saying that, you also you have a salary range. So someone who's been in the job for 10 years really knows the job. They're probably on the higher end of the salary range. But as long as everyone is being paid in the same salary range, then you have followed the rules. That's what we call a classification and compensation system. Those get a little complicated, but the objective is you have a job description. Everybody has the same job description that is doing the same job. Some job descriptions are equal to other job descriptions because they have the same responsibility. They're in a different department, but that's okay. And then they should be paid the same. And you do salary surveys, find out what the world is paying for those positions. And if you don't keep up with your pay, as many of you know, it's very hard to find employees because there's less and less employees, as well as it's just been very difficult. I used to get hundreds of resumes, and now I get 25 at the most. So you want to make sure you're paying the right amount of money